Hey, this is Asaf from LickNRiff.com, and it's time for another viewer request. And in this video we're going to learn how to play a fingerstyle arrangement made especially for you guys and girls of the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly theme by the genius Ennio Morricone. Now, first I'm going to play it for you so you can see my arrangement and hear it. And then we're going to break it down lick by lick with tabs on the screen and everything. I'm going to show you step by step how you can play this. And then it's up to you. But first, it's up to me. So here it goes. Alright, so in order to play the majority of this piece, what you need to know are the following three chords: A minor, D over F sharp, and G. Now, D over F sharp is a D chord with F sharp on the bass. Okay, it's an inversion of the D chord because you have a high F sharp inside the D chord. So you're just putting it on the bass instead of on the top. Okay, so it's D over F sharp is just D with its third note on the bass. So you can play this by barring the second fret. You can play this with your thumb like I do, or you can use your first finger and just finger the chord differently. Okay, whichever way is comfortable for you. Okay, any way that's comfortable for you. I just like to put the D chord as I usually put it, and then add my thumb on the second fret of the E string, of the sixth string. Now, the first lick, the most famous lick, goes like this. Okay? You pick the E string, you hammer on 5, pull it off, hammer it on again, pull it off again. Okay, so it's 0, 5, 0, 5, 0 on the E string. Okay, hammer it on, pulling off twice. When you pluck the E string, you pick the A string along with it, and that way you get an A minor sound in your head. Okay, because you're actually playing two notes of the chord. So this is actually in a context of A minor. So that's your first lick. That's the famous lick. Okay, E string and A string, hammer on 5 on the E string, pull it off, hammer it on again, pull it off again. Okay, that's the lick. Then 1 on the second string, put on D over F sharp, and play this. Play the second string and the sixth string together, and then the third string. Okay. Now, of course, the bass is on 2, the G string, the third string is on 2, and the B string, the second string, is on 3. So, okay, that's your next lick. So you have this. That's your first phrase, okay, the first line. Then you do this again. And then 1 on the B string again. Then you put on G. Now this is a full G with 3 on the B string as well. And you play the bass and the second string. And this time you play the E string on 3 after that. So you have... And then you play this again. Only this time you stop on the A note on 5 on the E string. Okay, you don't pull it off the second time. And then it's this, again, 1 on the B string. And then play the open B string with the G bass. And then 2 and 0 on the G string. Okay, on the third string. So you have 1, 0 on the B string, then on the G string, 2 and 0. So you have this. And then this again, including the last pull off, and then this, which is D over F sharp, and you play what you've played before. You play the second string and the sixth string together, then the G string on 2, and then A minor. Now I like to play the A minor 5 chord. I don't play the second string here. I just play strings 3, 4, and 5. Okay? For that somber sound. And that's it for the first part. Okay? I bet it was a lot easier than you thought it was. So let's go over it again. Lick, main lick I mean, D over F sharp, main lick again, G. Okay, I like to harmonize with the G string whenever I play the B string. That's just a habit of mine. If you're watching my videos, then you know that by now. You can harmonize as well. You can not harmonize. Okay, I like to harmonize. Okay, just for a fuller sound. That's just my style. Then the main lick again without the last pull off. Then G again, but this time with 2 and 0 on the G string, and then the lick again, then D over F sharp, A minor. Technically you put on A minor, but I play A5. You can play the entire chord. Okay? Sounds good as well. I just like to emphasize the melody note. That's it. The next part has this main lick. Okay, which is 0, 3 on the A string. Okay, and you put on a C chord shape and you play this. Then 2 on the D string, then the A string on 3 again. Then it's this note, the G note, the open G string, but put on an E minor chord and play the open G string along with the E bass. Okay, so it's... Now, rhythm-wise, the bass comes an eighth after the G note, but if you want to harmonize with the D string on 2 with the E note, then you have to put on the chord. Okay, because this sounds a bit empty, so I like to harmonize. Okay, and then you have a full bar to fill in any way you want. You can strum it. Or you can play any picking pattern you think appropriate. Or okay, anything you think will fit. Now, I want to teach you what I just did because I think some of you might like to know that. I played this, which is strings 6, 6, 4, 6, 5. Okay, that's all I did. No, not 5, 3, excuse me. Strings 6, 6, 4, 6, 3. Okay? Okay? The strumming pattern was, okay, it was 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1. Okay, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1. That was the strumming pattern. And the third thing I did, I think, what was this. Okay, I was just picking the bass 3 times and then picking strings 3 and 4 together. Okay, I think that's what I did. Okay, I was improvising. So back to the main lick. And then, by the way, you can change those strumming patterns just like I did now. I picked this once, and then instead of the third string, I picked the second string. Okay? You can do whatever you want. I made the arrangement, now it's up to you to make your own interpretation of it. So, again, that's the lick. Then the second time around, it stays on the C chord. Okay? So you have a bar to fill on C. Now, I don't really like to remain on the C chord because, I don't know, I like the E minor sound, so I change it into E minor the second time as well. But the original harmony stays on C, so that's what I'm going to teach you. So, E minor. Okay? E minor first, C second. And then E minor again. But you add this. So it's 0-3 on the A string, put on the C chord, play the D string on 2, then the A string on 3 again, then put on the E minor chord and play the open G string, and then the D string on 2, then the open B string. Okay, now where does the bass come in? Right afterwards. And then, okay, I'm gonna play it slowly because this is a confusing line. You play the line, change into E minor, D string, B string, bass, G string again. Okay, so it's change, bass, G. G string, not the chord. Okay, so now again, I like to harmonize with the lower strings, so when I play the G string, I play the D string on 2 as well. Okay, just for this is a single note solo, so I like to harmonize the last one just for diversity. So, and then D over F sharp. Now I put it like this because we don't use the E string here, so I put on 2 on the B string and 3 on the G string with the F sharp bass, so it's a D5 shape, but the F sharp, remember, is the missing note. It's this note, so it's not D5 over F sharp, it's D over F sharp. Still, it's the same chord. It's not missing a note. The note is just down 2 octaves. So, where was I? Too much theory here. So, it was this. Just let me play it for you once. Okay? You see where it comes in? You play the chord, D over F sharp, and then you can, if you want, you can fill it in with some picking, or just let it be, and then this. Now, this is E. It's E5, because if this is D, so this is E. It's up 2 frets. So I push 2 and 3 on the G and B strings, up 2 strings to 4 and 5. 4 on the G string, 5 on the B string. And I play the E bass when I do it. Okay? I pick everything. I pick strings 2, 3, and 6. And I slide right away. Okay? That's the wrong way. Just a smooth slide. Okay, so what we have is this. So, as I said, you can add some picking between those two. If you want. But even if you don't, it still has that dramatic effect, because Ennio Morricone is a genius. And now we're done with the second part. Okay? So let's play it again. E minor, C, D over F sharp, E5. Right? So now we're here. And then the last line, full of chords. Right? Which is just descending chords down the scale. But let's leave it be for now and play the actual line first. So, put on A minor and pick strings 2, 3, and 5. And you can pick the 4th string too if you want, but that's a bit crowded for my taste. Okay, that's the entire chord. And if you're playing fingerstyle, then you're using your fingers to play different notes at different pitches inside chords, and that's why you don't use a pick, you use your fingers. That's the advantage of fingerstyle, so use it. So I prefer to play strings 2, 3, and 5 and skip the 4th string. But you can pick it if it sounds good to you. I prefer the leaner sound instead of the full chord sound. Now, you pick strings 2, 3, and 5. You pull off from 1 to 0 on the B strings, so it sounds like this. And then play the G string on 2 again. Okay, you're still inside the chord. And then D over F sharp. Then you play strings 2, 3, and 6. So I just put on these 2 again instead of the entire D chord, but you can put on the D chord if you want, excuse me. Now, and then you play the G string on 2 again, and you play this again. So it's Okay, so you play it this way twice, and then you play it twice more, only faster. Okay, so it's slow, fast. Okay, it's the same line in two different rhythms. Okay, so I don't think I have anything more to explain except for use your ears, because you probably know this tune, otherwise you wouldn't have wanted to learn this. So breaking this down rhythmically just sounds superfluous to me, because you know this tune and you love it. That's why you want to learn it. So I don't think I have to explain this, but I'll play a bit slower so you can listen to what I'm playing. Okay? So I trust you. I trust your ears, because if you want to play fingerstyle, then you must have decent hearing. So okay, now for the last line, it's this. Okay, so you play the A minor lick again, and then you put on the G bass and you play the second and sixth strings, and then the third string. Okay, open B string, open G string inside the G chord. Then put on F sharp minor and play strings. You play strings 3 and 4 this time, and along with the third string you play the bass. Then you play E minor the same way. Then put on D over F sharp, and you play strings 3 and 4 again with the bass. And then you play C, but this time I play strings 4 and 3, and I play the bass along with the fourth strings, the fourth string. You try teaching. And then B minor, and you play the same thing again. Go. She wants to go. Both of them have left me here alone. So yeah, you play string. This is better. So B minor, and again you pick strings 4 and 3 and the bass along with the fourth string. And then A minor. And on A minor I just pick strings 4 and 5. Okay? Now you can play the chord, and that's also a good ending, so it's okay, but I just like the downward descension. So did you notice I said this descension and I ascended? That's because the string pattern goes upwards physically, so I visualize it in my head. I don't visualize the notes downward, I visualize them upwards, like on the guitar. Haven't noticed that before now, so you learn something new every day. Anyway, that's the last line. Okay, so again, A minor, G, F sharp minor, E minor, D over F sharp, C, B minor, A minor. Or now, if you want to go back to the beginning, play E. Okay, just the E chord. In any way you want, you can pick it, you can strum it, you can strum it with your fingernail, and then back again. Okay? If you want to finish, this is the finishing line. No. Okay, so it's which is D over F sharp. Okay, same way we've picked it a dozen times before. Not a dozen, well, maybe a dozen, yeah, I haven't counted. So, the second, third, and sixth string, G, a full G with 3 on the B string, and then bar strings 1, 2, and 3 on 5, on the fifth fret, and the open 5th string, which is A minor. Okay, so that's your ending. D over F sharp, G, A minor. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, my arrangement of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So, before you go, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and go download the tab from the website. It's free as usual. Everything here is free on LickNRiff. I just want to spread the knowledge and teach as many people as I can. And if you want to help out, there's a donation button on the website if you want to give something back for this lesson, for any lesson, for my work in general here on LickNRiff. I'll be more than grateful for any donation whatsoever, and I thank you in advance for it. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe right now, because I upload a new lesson every couple of days or so, and what have you got to lose? It's free. The only thing I ask in return is please, please, please tell people about LickNRiff. Let them know that LickNRiff exists and there are free quality fingerstyle lessons online on YouTube. I've just started a beginner series as well. I think you might enjoy that as well if you're a beginner. And I'll let you go practice now. Go get this under your fingers, have fun, and let me know how it goes. And dazzle your friends and family and your imaginary friends and your enemies and whomever with this one, so they won't expect it. Trust me. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.